Good morning, everyone. It is November 1st, and it is day one of our mini NovemBBBEr challenge, our beef, butter, bacon, and eggs challenge. So I'm getting ready to leave a little bit early today. I have to go to my mother and father-in-law's before I have a nail appointment, which I don't know if you guys noticed in my last video. I had my nails done before the shower. I don't know if you can see that regrowth right there. It's a mess. And then I had to get back on a regular schedule so that I was getting my nails done right before the wedding. So I had to go a little bit longer, and they need done really bad. So I do have a nail appointment today, and so I'm going to my mother and father-in-law's a little bit early so I can get to that appointment on time. And I am getting everything ready for my day because as soon as I leave that nail appointment, I'm going to start working, and I'm putting in a full day of work today because I did not work yesterday, as you guys saw in that video. You also saw in that video how I normally like to have my coffee. I usually do my coffee, I do some heavy cream, I do some skinny syrup and butter. That's how I really like my coffee, but obviously we can't do that now because it's day one of BBBBEr. So today it's going to be coffee, butter, and an egg. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. I'll just show you right here. I got the coffee pot in, I'll get that going. I usually use a couple tablespoons of butter, but I have about 3 left here on my butter dish. So I'm just gonna drop all 3 of these right into here. I usually put that in first, but I wasn't thinking. When that's done brewing, I crack an egg, and I drop that in, and I immediately blend it up. You guys, I always forget how much putting an egg in your coffee really gives it such a nice froth. And that is what you have, and it is beautiful. The other thing I'm taking with me today is a baggy bacon and 2 of the egg bites that I made last night. So that would basically be like 2 eggs and 1 extra slice of bacon included in this. Now the next thing I need to make sure I have is plenty of water and electrolytes for the day. So the first thing I'm going to do is take one of these Keto Chow electrolyte capsules. If you don't have these or you're interested in trying them, there is a link down in the description. Please click through that link and that helps out our channel. It will also give you 10% off of your order. But these are so convenient, especially if you can't do flavored electrolytes. So I'm going to take 1 of those. And now that we are going into the winter months, I'm going to also take a K2 plus D3 tablet. I don't take these in the summer because I do get out in the sun as much as possible. But now we're getting into the colder time of the year here in Ohio. There's not as much sunlight. So I'm going to start taking one of these every day again. The other thing I'm going to do is make myself some water with electrolyte drops. So again, this is Keto Chow. They have the electrolyte drops. I put a full dropper full into, here's how big it is. I put a full dropper full into each container of water that I drink throughout the day, especially when I'm doing super low carb. Okay, I'm gonna take my electrolyte, got my K2D3, and I will take these with me because I will bring an extra bottle of water to drink in the car. That should get me through till I come home and have dinner tonight. So I'll have my coffee, I'll have this bottle of water, and then I'll have an extra bottle of water. So if I end up using that, I wanna have my drops with me. So that's it, guys. That's what I'm taking today to have in the car with me as I work. I will come home and have dinner. I can show that to you again later in case you didn't see yesterday's video, but it's steak and eggs that we prepared last night. So all I have to do is come home, warm it up, I can eat, and then I can go back out and work. I am putting in a very long day at work today. Stay tuned. Mike and I will come together at the end of this video, and we both weighed in this morning, and we will give you our updated weights. I looked at my app that I track my weight on, and I have not entered a weight into that app since September 18th, I think was the last time. So we're talking 6 weeks ago, the rest of September and all of October, and here we are, it's November 1st. So stay tuned for those updated weight results, and we'll see you guys later. You guys, I just wanted to show you what we woke up to today. This makes me very sad. Mike and I are both home taking a break from working, and just wanted to show you, in case you didn't see yesterday's meal prep video, that this is what we're having. It's steak and eggs, and I just put a little bit of the Redmond organic seasoned salt on top. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I finished all of my food, and I'm very, very full right now. That was a lot of food. That's basically it for the day. I will be done now. I won't eat again until lunch tomorrow. I did have to get back out on the road because the dinner rush was starting, and I didn't want to run behind and miss out on that because that's a busy time for me. But I did put more ice and electrolytes and water in my cup to bring on the road, and I also brought another bottle of water because I'm sure I will drink all of this. So that is where we're at. Mike and I, as I said earlier, will come together again tonight, and we will update you guys on our weights. Then we will wrap up this video. It is not going to be a very long video. Going forward, what I believe I will be doing is showing all of my food, but doing it in increments of a couple days at a time. So there won't be a video obviously coming out every day. I will just show you 2 or 3 days together in one video. And I'm going to try to get those out for you as often as I can. So that's it, guys. I am just going to continue working, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So as I've been promising all day, we finally have Mike back. I've been telling them that you're going to be joining me later. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, you're lucky I'm here because I'm tired today. I'd like to go to bed early maybe, but I'm just whipped.
So just very quickly before we give you our weights, how did day 1 go?
I mean, it was okay. I'm just not, I think because I don't have any energy today, like I just feel run down today. So I don't know if I'm getting sick. I don't know. It was just an okay day. I didn't have any issues or anything, but I wasn't excited about, today being the first day of triple B&E, and I wasn't I didn't go into it with the same mindset. It didn't start off the same way it did the last time. So I don't know. I
personally feel like the reason you are run down is because he's not doing any electrolytes at all. I really loaded up on him today.
I never do electrolytes. I mean...
Yes, you do. You do Relight and you do Element. Those are electrolytes, and you're not drinking those now.
Well, that's not my fault. I'd drink them right now if you'd let me, but I can't.
But you're not getting my point. My point is you're now today had none all day long.
The electrolytes that you have that I can use are awful, so taking them is very difficult.
He doesn't like the drops.
I hate the
drops. But I have the caplets, and I really think, or capsules, I really think that maybe...
horse pills.
They're not that big.
They're pretty big. But I may start taking those tomorrow, but I don't know that that's the full...
I think that's probably part of it. I really do feel like you need the electrolytes to keep your energy up. And because you're not doing any in your drinks at all, you're not getting any electrolytes, and you've completely cut all your carbs out. You have no carbs coming in, no sugar, nothing to make you feel that boost of energy that you get from those things, even though it's only for a short period of time.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. I think just because I started...
It's like a withdrawal kind of
thing.
Yeah,
but I started, today's Wednesday, I started Monday kind of ramping up for this and trying to start drinking just water and, kind of get the ball rolling. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, if that's why.
So you may already be feeling it now, because it's been 3 days.
That's what I mean. I feel like that might be what I'm going through, because it's just...
Well, you guys saw everything that I ate today because I showed it to you, and I feel pretty good. I feel good today. I had probably 4 to 6 full droppers of electrolytes in my water today, and I had an electrolyte tablet this morning, so I think that
Yeah, see,
helps.
I'm not going to take that many electrolytes. I mean, I'm not going to dump, first of all, I'm not going to do the
He
drops.
doesn't like the drops, so he won't use those at all.
I mean, what am I supposed to do? Take like 14 pills?
No, but you could take one with each meal or something. That would probably help. Take one with your lunch and take one with your dinner and just see if that helps how you feel.
Well, maybe I'll do that.
All right. Before we wrap it up tonight, we're just going to give you our starting weights for this mini version of Triple B&E. The last weigh-in that I had, the last time I weighed in that I had in my app was, I told you guys earlier, from September 18th. So we're talking, 6 weeks ago?
Yeah.
At that time, I weighed in at 176.6. That was my weight, which was already not great. But anyway, I weighed in this morning at 178.8, which was a positive or a plus gain of 2.2 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, on one hand, 178.8 is just awful. I hate that I'm being that close to 180 again.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, it's been 6 weeks and I'm up 2.2 pounds, and in my mind, it could be a lot worse.
I mean, there's always a silver lining to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to be positive that I'm going into this and I'm not like 10 pounds heavier.
Right.
So there's that.
And you're not at 180. So now you know, I mean, if you get to 170, which is going to be tough, but if you did it... It's going to be
tough because last time we did Triple B&E in January, I did it for the whole month and I lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
This is not even a whole month, so I don't foresee me losing 8 pounds this month. But again, for me, this mini Triple B&E is not about what the scale says.
No.
It's about getting our minds back on track and how we feel, because we haven't been feeling good. So we want to feel better, especially like we said in our previous videos, for the wedding, for the holidays. We don't want to feel yucky and sluggish, which Mike feels yucky and sluggish right now.
I feel it today. Definitely feel
it. The whole reason we're doing this is not to get to a certain number on the scale. I did not have a scale goal. Like when we did this in January, I had a scale goal. This time I don't have that. This time Triple B&E for us is strictly to help us feel better.
Yeah, it's just getting back on track.
Yeah.
So for me, I have weighed myself a couple of times. I haven't gotten on the scale every Monday like I normally do, but I did get on the scale this past Monday, which is only 2 days ago. But I did because, like I said, I was kind of already trying to ease myself into this, like a 2-day grace period, if you will, to get into this whole B&E thing. So when I got on the scale on Monday, which was just 2 days ago, I weighed 168.2. So like you with the 178 to the 180, I was at the 168 to the 170. Now you guys got to understand, my range is 150 to 159, and I like to be between 150 and 155.
So you're about 10 pounds over.
I am just, that's 13 pounds over right there. But
even if you used, let's say, 150 to 160.
There's no 160. It has to be 159. Okay. But anyway, so
I was trying.
When I got that number, I was like you, I was like, oh my gosh.
I mean, because the last weigh-in I remember us doing for the channel, you were still in the 150s, the high 150s.
I was at like 159.6 or something, so I was still in that range. You were still
in the 150s, and
I've added like almost 10 pounds since then.
And that's the last I've heard. Like, I hadn't heard that you had weighed yourself.
Yeah, I had randomly just to see where I was at. Because I know that for me, using the scale is a great way for me to make sure I stay where I need to be. But it didn't work that way. So, of course, you told me that the official weigh-in would start today. So I got back on the scale today. Now, remember, I already kind of was like starting this whole thing on Monday. So I started drinking only water and trying to cut even more of the carbs out that I had allowed myself to partake. So today I got on the scale. It was 164.2. Now that sounds like, holy cow, you lost 4 pounds in 2 days. But like Dawn said, probably flushed a lot out of my system with the water, and I was probably bloated, probably had some inflammation. Yeah, and so I probably lost a lot of that.
That had to have been inflammation from something he ate prior prior to getting on the scale on Monday,
Right.
because I told him you don't lose 4 pounds in 2 days.
I mean,
you're not big enough to, like, I could see if, like, you know, somebody who's really heavy could probably lose 4 pounds in 2 days if they got really
weight,
strict.
yeah.
But you don't have that much to lose. So I feel like you must have had some inflammation from something.
When we did this back in January, you know, I lost 14 pounds.
I know.
I went from, I was down to 145, which is the lightest I've been since high school. So again, I'm not looking to get back to that weight. I just would like to get back on track, because I already know that if we start doing what we're supposed to do, the weight will come off, the numbers will get back in line, and I'll be fine.
And hopefully you start feeling better.
I'm sure I will.
That was the point of this whole thing. Not necessarily, again, what the number on the scale says, but that we don't feel yucky and that we want to feel good. So that's it, guys. Those are the official starting numbers for day 1.
178.8 and 168. Oh, I'm sorry, 164.2. I was thinking we were on the same.
Yeah, we
no.
need to write that down. Because I keep mine in my phone. I have the app that I keep track of.
I write mine on the calendar.
He just writes it on the calendar. So that's it. We will be back with you guys. I'm not really sure exactly when we will record our next video. I am going to try to document our food and over the next few days or whatever, and I can compile that into one video. We are not putting out a video every single day. This is the 3rd one in a row, but it was just because we're trying to get everything set up and get on track. So,
but I know all of you are excited that you've seen us 3 days in a row.
3 whole days in a row. Also, just very quickly, I had someone comment this in one of our videos. They were asking if we were planning on doing another book review and reading another book in the future. And I would definitely like to do that. I was thinking maybe after the first of the year, we could look into reading another book. So if you are interested in that and following along.
And we'd already talked about that. We were planning on doing it again. And I think we already had a book in mind. But with the wedding, we can't do anything with the wedding.
Well, that's why I said
then
after
Christmas,
the first of the year.
And that's why the first of the year makes sense. We just don't have time to do that right now.
Yeah, so it would be some Dinner with Dawn episodes and a book read along.
Or Meals with Mike. We could change it right up. It doesn't have to be Dinner with Dawn. It could be Meals with Mike.
What do you guys think? Should it be Dinner with Dawn and Mike, or Meals with Mike and Dawn?
There you go.
How about there?
Hashtag more Mike.
Right. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great night.
Good night.